Hello, everybody. My name is Fidel Omar Rodriguez. I'm going to be your instructor this fall 2023 for your math online course. This semester, y'all, I have 3 different online courses. So, you might be in my college algebra online course, you might be in my contemporary math 1332 online course, or you might be in my math 1351 online course. I set up the Blackboard pages all exactly the same way for each course. So what I want to do is I want to give you a little rundown on how the Blackboard page works. So at the very top of our Blackboard page, you're going to find a link, and this video is going to be in there. So I'm hoping that's the first thing you click. The second one is going to be a YouTube playlist. So what I did is I made lecture videos for every single section of our course, and I uploaded them to YouTube, and they're in the right order. And what I try to do, y'all, with the videos is I talk you through. My intention when I made the videos was to pretend as if I was in a classroom with a group of students, namely you all, okay? And so what I did is I went through the lecture and I talk you through everything, so you're watching it and it's like I'm there with you. At least that was my hope. After the YouTube link for the playlist for our course, there's a little welcome tab that's going to have like a course description and probably some information about me. You can go through it. You don't necessarily have to. It's not the most important thing. The next thing is contact information. So on there I have my name, my email. Y'all, since COVID hit and we started returning back in person, my office is at the Pecan campus. However, for the last 2 years, I've been teaching at the campus over in Wesco, and I don't have an office over there. So what I did was, with my phone, I created a Google number. So you can call me during the daytime hours, right? No text, guys, no text on the Google number, because we do have Pronto, which is a messaging system. I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, you'll have my Google number, you'll have my email address, and how to reach me through Pronto, and my office hours as well. So my office hours are on there Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm actually teaching at the high school in Edcouch-Elsa. Tuesday and Thursday, I am on campus in Wesco, and I put the classrooms that I'm going to be in and the times that I'll be there for office hours. Now, I may be there, I'll be there in those classrooms afterwards, but I'm in class, okay? And then the next thing on our Blackboard page is a link to Pronto. So I'm not certain how many of y'all are new to SGC. Pronto is, in essence, it's a messaging app. It's like WhatsApp, or it's like Messenger. And so nobody's phone numbers are in there or anything like that. It goes through your SGC info. And so number one, we're going to have like a group chat. So one for our classes. So you guys can always ask me questions on there. You can message me directly. One thing that I've been doing, y'all, since the pandemic, and I do this for my in-person classes as well, is if somebody has a question on a homework assignment, I encourage you, and I'm telling you this right now, if you got a question on your homework, you can either throw it in the group chat or you can message me directly. What I do is with my iPad, that's how I'm recording this video right now, with my iPad, I make a video of the problem and I upload it to YouTube, and I will not say who asked the question. I just say, hey guys, one of our classmates asked a question from the homework, here's a video of the problem, and I send it to the entire class. This way, if one person has a question, everybody else can see what that question was and how we work it out. I never mention any names because I don't want anybody to get embarrassed, like, sir, why do you keep saying I'm the one who's asking the questions? By all means, guys, ask me the questions. That's what I'm here for, okay? But also, I do encourage you to, if you want to, throw it in the group chat. The only reason being is that sometimes somebody will ask me a question and they'll send me a message on Pronto at, say, 11:30 at night. Guys, I don't have any notifications on my Pronto thing, so I check it during my office hours, but I don't check it after that. So if somebody says, hey, how do you do this problem? And I'm not going to get back to you guys until the next day, or if you send me this on a Friday night, I'm not getting back to you until Monday. Somebody may say, hey, this is how I did the problem and I got it right. So I encourage you, the reason I encourage you to put it in the group chat is somebody else may answer before I get a chance to. Now, again, you don't have to, but it's just something to consider. Let's see, the next thing on our Blackboard page is a link to Pearson. So Pearson is a publishing company. You don't have to buy a textbook for our course, guys, but you do have to get the Pearson MyLab software. So there's a link. If you click on that, that'll tell you how to register for Pearson. If you have already used MyLab before, all you need to do is just, follow through the instructions. It's going to be pretty straightforward. If you've never used Pearson before, you're going to have to go through the part where you're going to register as a student, because you are a student. So you're not going to log in. You're not going to do an educator. You're going to register as a student. You're going to have to fill in all that information. It's going to ask you for your name, your email address. Put whatever email address you typically check. You can use your STC email. That's fine with me. You can put your Gmail or your Yahoo, whatever. You're going to fill out the information on the Pearson link. Once you get started, there is an option. It says you can either buy an access code or you can enter in an access code. If you're going to enter in an access code, that means you have already purchased a code, typically at the STC bookstore. It is cheaper online, so I encourage you to do the online purchase. It's cheaper than what STC's bookstore has. You get two options. You get an 18-week option and you get like a 2-year option. What's the difference? Our semester is only 16 weeks. So an 18-week option is a perfectly good option for you to go with. If you struggle in math and you say, well, look, I take the 18-week option, but I don't pass the class or something happens. Sorry, guys, I'm trying not to sneeze. And you have to drop the class and you sign up for it in the spring, those 18 weeks are up. So the 2-year option is maybe the better plan for you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you the pros and cons of the two options. Obviously, the 18-week option is only 18 weeks, but the semester is only 16, so that's enough. Sorry, my cat's going off over here. So you guys might see him right here. There he is, right? You got to be quiet, buddy, because I got something to do. So anyway, the 2-year option is more expensive. But again, if you have to drop the course, the next time you sign up for it, you don't got to do it again. All right, the next thing in there is a folder called the Weekly Activities folder. So you'll click on that and you're gonna see a folder for weeks 1 and 2. So what I'm doing for our online classes, y'all, I'm putting all the materials up for the first 2 weeks. Everything for week 1 and everything for week 2 is due at the beginning of week 3. What I'm having all the assignments due, they're gonna be due on the Tuesday of week 3 at midnight or 11:59 p.m. So Tuesday of the 3rd week is September the 12th. So everything for week 1 and week 2 is due on September the 12th. So if you only look at the week 1 stuff and you say, wow, he didn't really give me that much, and it's not due until the 12th, I'll do it on the 12th, but week 2 is also due on the 12th. So don't get too lax. Okay, it's week 1 and week 2, everything is due at the beginning of week 3. When I open up week 3 and week 4, it's going to be due at the beginning of week 5, so on and so forth. Okay. In those folders, you're going to have access to notes. So there'll be a link to notes. It'll open up a PDF for you. I'll tell you exactly what sections you're going to be looking at, as well as the link to the YouTube playlist. I know it's at the very top, but I also embedded them in each of those week 1, week 2, week 3s. Also in the week 1, week 2, week 3s, you will also have the links to the individual homework assignments. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. You'll have the links to the individual homework assignments as well. So you might be doing 7.7 and 1.4, or you might be doing 8.1 and 8.2, or you might be doing 2.1 and 2.2. The links will be there. You'll click those links once you've registered for MyLab, and it'll take you directly to those homework assignments, okay? And if there's a quiz in there, there'll be a link directly for the quiz. Let's see. You know what? Actually, guys, right before the weekly activities folder is a link to the weekly calendar. It shows you this is what we're covering. Week 1, week 2, week 3, all that is in there. Okay, that's between the Pearson link and the weekly activities folder. Sorry, I forgot about that. The next one is a link to the STC tutoring. It'll tell you where the tutoring is on each of the campuses. Also with an option for online tutoring, okay? So if you need some extra tutoring, I mean, you can always ask me for help, but again, I'm like say in my in-person classes, I have a night class Tuesday and Thursday night. So I'll be in my office during that time, but then or I'm in the classroom at that time, but once my class is over, I'm coming home and, my day is over, guys, just like your day is over too at some point. And then the last link is the link for the student evaluations. The student evaluations, since we're in the fall, that's probably going to open up sometime in November, but the link is there so that when that time comes, you guys get an opportunity to evaluate me. You can say, I liked what Mr. Rodriguez did, or I didn't like this, and I encourage you to be open, okay? I'm always looking to improve. This is my 27th year, I think, of teaching. 26th year of teaching. Yeah, 26. And I should know that, right? But anywho, it's my 26th year of teaching, but I'm always looking to ways to make it better, okay? Anyway, the last thing I want to end on is I know we've all been dealing with the pandemic for the last couple of years, and there's sort of this return to normal type of thing. I want to let you know I have changed everything I do post-pandemic. So I'm extremely flexible. Now, that does not mean, Mr. Rodriguez is just going to give me extensions after extensions. It didn't work that way. What I am saying, though, is the number one thing in everybody's life should be, number one, your family. That's my most important thing. The most important thing in my life is my family. My job is important, but it's not more important than my family. And I don't want school to be more important than your family either, right? That's the most important thing. So if something arises, I want you to reach out to me. Reach out to me as soon as you can. Don't reach out to me 3 weeks after something happened. Reach out to me as it's happening or shortly thereafter so that you and I can have a discussion. I'm very flexible. And weekends, guys, I don't check messages, anything like that, but I do check them Monday through Friday, okay? So just want to give you a heads up, if you message me on a Friday at 6 or 7 p.m., you're probably going to get a message back on Monday. But if you message me on Monday, if it's early enough, I will get back to you that day. If not, you'll get a message from me on Tuesday, and so on and so forth, okay? But anyway, I hope you guys find the class manageable. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Again, my Google number is there. My email address is there. Pronto is probably the best way to get back to me because I can just respond real quickly and it's easy for us to communicate. But again, by all means, email, pick up the phone, and I'll do what I can to help you guys out, okay? Guys, hope you have a good semester. Again, remember, I'm here for you. So if there's anything you need from me, please, please, please let me know. I'm on your side of this thing here. This is not a me versus you. This is a me helping you to get through your course, whether it's college algebra, contemporary math, or math for teachers part 2. I want to do my best to help you get through this. Y'all got any questions? Reach out. Have a wonderful day, y'all.